it's me.
Oh, I got a text. Hey guys, Mariana here. Thanks for coming back to my channel. If you're new, welcome. My name is Mariana, as I said before, and I would be so honored if you joined our little family we have, so subscribe below. I think it's over there. It might be over there. I don't know. So for this week's video, I'm going to be talking about the holiday of Valentine's Day. Now, by the time I post this, it's going to be the day before. So here are some tips and guides to kind of how to survive it if you're like me where you don't have a Valentine. I'm also going to throw in some other quick advice for love. I mean, I'm no expert, but maybe you'd like to hear what I have to say. If you do, stick around. Let's get into the video. My first point I'm going to make is more about Valentine's Day, just the holiday in general. I personally don't like Valentine's Day. And it's not for the reasons that you think. It's not because I don't have a Valentine. It's just, I don't think it's right. I had this conversation with my roommate, shout out to Chala, about how, honestly, Valentine's Day, in my personal opinion, and kind of a known fact, was created by corporations just to make more money, and have kind of brainwashed people to think that this is the one day to really profess your love to people. And now, I'm not saying all people think this, but a good portion of people do. And that's why I'm so against it. I think, you know what? If you love someone so much, why are you expressing it just in one day? Shouldn't you express it every day? You're wrong. When I see couples, or even family has done this to me too, where they give me candy, or a teddy bear, or roses, it's such a great gesture. But I don't think it's right to only do it one day out of the year. You should be doing it every day. So in other words, if you have a loved one, whether it's a boyfriend or a girlfriend, or even just your friends and family, make sure you tell them that you love them every day. A piece of advice is for people who don't have a Valentine. That advice is, don't get caught up in it. So try to distract yourself. Maybe treat yourself. Go get your nails done, or buy something that you've been looking at for a really long time. Another great thing to do is make fun plans, kind of making fun of Valentine's Day. For example, me and all my friends are going out to dinner. Now, some of us are single and some of us are in couples, but we made the pact to stay together as friends and do something together. Moving more into love advice. Now, as I said before, I'm not an expert and I wouldn't call myself a love guru, but I have kind of helped people multiple times get through relationship things, and I've kind of witnessed people going through iffy relationships and breakups kind of firsthand. So I'm just giving my advice of what I've taken in from seeing those things. First piece of advice for just love in general is to be patient. And what I mean by that is everyone kind of has their own eternal clock. And sometimes we feel like we need to rush it, but don't. Just because one of your friends is in a relationship or your siblings are in a relationship doesn't mean that you need to be. Everyone has these clocks, and it kind of will eventually just work out on its own. I have personally found that when you're actually not looking for love and just living life to the fullest and being true to yourself, love actually will come to you. So again, that piece of advice, be patient, because eventually love will come to you. My second piece of advice is make sure that you are yourself. A lot of times people tend to not be themselves when they're in relationships, and it kind of goes downhill from there. I can talk from experience where I've been in situations where I'm with a person and I notice that I'm talking about things and pretending like I care about things when I really don't. And that's not good, because one, you're technically lying to them, which is never a good thing. You always want to be honest. And two, you're kind of putting on a fake persona. You're making them think that you're someone else that you're not. And what if they start to like that person and that's not who you really are? Then why are you even with them? So again, just be yourself, because if they can't love you for who you are, then do you really want to be with them? My next piece of advice that goes along with that is make sure that before you can really love anyone, you have to love yourself. Now, I know this is harder said than done because we have such a media that is so influential in our society, and it tends to put out not so positive things. And by that I mean they kind of tend to glamorize these people who are, size 2, 5, 10, super skinny and beautiful. Listen, good for those people. Congrats. You got genetic makeup like that? That's pretty awesome. But not everyone is like that. Especially women. We have such diverse bodies. Some people are short, some people are tall, some people are more curvy, some people are more skinny. and you can't help that. Best advice is try to not get caught up in those things and embrace the flaws that you have, because those things are what make you, you. I can honestly say I struggled from it myself. I mean, I grew up somewhere where a lot of girls looked kind of the same, and there's nothing wrong with that. But it was just hard for me because I didn't look like that. I felt like left out. But once I got to college and I met such a more diverse range of people, I realized that me being the way that I am is what gives me my individuality. It's kind of like that Oscar Wilde quote. It's been said everywhere, where be yourself, everyone else is taken. That was like kind of off topic of love, but as I was saying before, make sure that before you can really commit to loving someone, you really should try to love yourself first. Last and final piece of advice kind of is more on a personal level, or no, not like a personal level, but a personal preference. Don't play hard to get. Now I know in like all the rom-coms and everyone will tell you that that's like the best thing to do when you're starting out a relationship. I personally believe it's not a good tactic, because listen, there's one thing to like not respond right away, another thing to just deliberately ignore them. It's important to show your enthusiasm, and by that I mean just show that you're interested. It kind of irks me when people try to play the like too cool and that they aren't interested because, you know, it's cool to seem like you don't care. Don't do that. I personally believe the more that you geek out and the more that you show that you are interested and passionate about something makes you a more interesting person. It makes me want to be more interested in you. That was kind of like going off on a tangent, but anyways, I'm basically saying if you show that you're enthusiastic and interested and you be yourself, I think you can really find a good relationship. There's a lot of hand movements. Yeah, that's the end of this video. I hope this made some sense and didn't seem just like a weird random tangent. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. As I said before, if you're new, please subscribe. I post videos every Wednesday and sometimes Fridays. Description box below, I'll also link all my social media, and please reach out to me in that. I definitely think sooner or later I really want to do a Q&A, so I need your guys' help to give me some good questions to answer. But yeah, that's about it. Enjoy your Valentine's Day. Bye guys!